On today's Spit Hit, it's a jam-packed episode as always. We're talking about cartoon characters and, getting jacked. What's the muscles going on there with that cartoon character? And then we top it all off with a draft of things that we want to throw off a building, and I promise you do not want to miss a moment of that draft. Enjoy the show.
What happens when three buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
A squishy, bishy, bouncy, a pippy-doo-doo! Welcome in!
Was that a look, I loved it. The landing, which pun intended for the upcoming draft.
Very well done.
Was that scheduled or was that a panic pee-pee doo-doo?
Either is acceptable.
Well, I got to know the listeners at home. They want to know.
Look,
did you bail out? Is your bedingy is pee-pee doo-doo?
Pee-pee doo-doo? No. It might have to do with the draft, but we'll wait and see.
Very excited.
I don't know if it's better if that's something you improvised or something you planned. I'm not sure either one is a great outcome.
Mm-hmm.
Pee-pee doo-doo.
Pee-pee doo-doo.
What better way to celebrate episode 150 of the Spitballers podcast than with really some of the keywords that describe the show? Andy, Mike, and Jason back with you. Would you rather? That's a great question. A spectacular draft today. And you can find us on Twitter at SpitballersPod. SpitballersPod.com is the website. You can find out how you can support this podcast. Still going after 150 shows.
They can't stop us.
They can't. The barrier to entry is so low. We appreciate all the reviews. We do read them. And when they show up on Apple Podcasts, I check them out. And I'm always so happy that we bring some happy to your day. That's the goal. That's what we're trying to do.
That is correct.
Let's get it started.
Would you rather?
All right, JD from Patreon, one of our supporters says,
JD. That's a handsome fella.
Yeah. Would you rather be able to build anything but not be able to fix things? Or be able to fix anything, but not be able to ever build anything from scratch.
Interesting.
Now, as people that can neither fix nor build,
right,
how do we feel about this? Which is more aspirational to you?
Well, I could say this as someone who can do neither, whichever it is. This is a great question because at the end of this, I'm improved.
Yeah.
No matter which way I go here, I'm better than I was today. Now, my first thought is, okay, I can build anything, right? But what would I build? Like,
you could build a treehouse for your kids.
Build anything.
Right. No, I get the premise. The premise is I could build anything.
It's a blank page. It's you could do anything, so you're going to do nothing because you're terrified.
Well, it's more like,
what about a custom home?
What would I want to build?
How long would that take?
Yeah, I know.
Well, you could do it.
Well, yes, you could, but would you want to?
Yeah. If I could build a home, I think I'd want to build a home.
Mm.
They're very connected.
I mean,
how long?
If I could fix a car, I would fix a car.
How long would it take one person to
a single person
to build a home?
Well, it depends how big the home is.
I mean, this
not very long.
You're not doing a Lincoln log cabin.
No, but if you're building a one-room,
we call that a shed. If you're building a one-room shed, you could do that in a day or two.
I think it'd be neat to be able to do it.
It would be incredible.
It would be awesome, and I still wouldn't do it. I mean, if I had the ability, which technically I guess I have, right? I can.
You could learn.
I don't have the knowledge, but I'm just thinking, in my regular day-to-day life, my normal day-to-day life, I don't usually think, man, I wish I could build this thing. I wish I could build. I don't have that thought very often, aka never. But like
never, you never wish
it's
you could build something
because that thought is so far away from anything that you could achieve.
Thank you, Andy. Yeah, he gets it.
Well, it's the same for me too. I think that the small benefit of fixing things is there, like being able to fix anything. That would come up a lot.
Yeah, the toaster is a little. It's burning my toast. I got this. Let me
Yeah,
step
that's
in.
usually just turn the number down.
See? And I can fix it. Now I can fix it.
I thought you do fix those problems right now because you have the Amazon app on your phone.
That's
so you
right. And I
just
get a new toaster. I call the plumber. It's like, oh, I can fix this garbage
And then Al
disposal.
Borland comes over.
Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, beep, beep.
Now, one of them is, to me, one of them is clearly better, but it just comes down to time. Because if you can build anything, that means you can actually fix anything. Because I can build a toaster. For some reason, I cannot fix the toaster. I can now
gotta build a new toaster.
I can build a new toaster, but if you can only
that's right.
But if you can only fix, you cannot create.
Yeah, but it says, would you rather be able to build anything but not be able to fix things?
That's what I'm saying, though. But I can build another one.
Yeah, he could build a fresh toaster.
But I can't
As they
fix
say.
a new toaster into existence.
I'm going to go build. I want to be able to build stuff. I want the pride of having built something significant.
Furniture would be cool.
Sure.
Like I know people
man.
I know people that like they build beautiful pieces of furniture, like stuff you would see at a luxury store. And I mean well done, finished. Like when I look at things like that, I think it's impossible to build. Like a machine did this thing. Like not like partially, like robots put this together because human hands cannot do it. But that would be really neat to be able to.
You would become the most insufferable person in all of humanity. Imagine going to Jason Moore's house, and he has, in fact, built his furniture. Everything you sit down and, oh, you like that?
Yeah, I built it.
I built that.
You're darn right I did. Oh, you like this house? I'm building. I'm a builder now. I'm a builder. I'm taking the building because I'm going to make you suffer through my walkthrough of everything I've built.
Yeah, that would be trouble. Mike, which is your official?
I'm building.
Building. All right.
Yeah.
Phil from the website, would you rather get hit by a Josh Hader fastball?
Is that impressive?
Yeah.
Josh Hader's a pitcher?
Yeah.
Something stupid?
He's not that actor?
I mean, we could have
He's
just
a
said
funny guy.
We could have just said a fastball. Like that would have been a way we
How
could have.
about Nolan Ryan? That's
Good.
Current Nolan Ryan?
Oh, I see. There are specifics here. Get hit by a Josh Hader fastball, get tackled by Prime Ray Lewis, or take a charge from LeBron James with a full head of steam.
I feel like this is, pun intended, a layup. Am I wrong here?
Well, I mean, it's would you rather of 3, so I would rather take the charge.
Yeah. I mean, look, LeBron is easily the biggest, strongest. I think he's a superior athlete even to Ray Lewis. But when LeBron is coming down and I'm taking the charge from LeBron, he's not trying to hurt me, right? But a tackle, you are trying to be
And the
hurt.
fastball's out. You can't take a fastball.
Because fastball is you're hurt.
Yeah,
I think the best scenario of the fastball is it hits you in the butt cheek.
which is why they teach you as a small kid going in Little League, turn away from the pitch, which is also a kind of like a
present your kidneys to the ball.
Just turn towards, where the umpire is. If the ball's coming in, you just turn away. Just turn away.
Yeah, you have to.
Now,
Like
however,
no one would need to teach me that. Like, it's like, look at the ball, and if it's coming right at you, step forward into it.
Toss the bat down, open up, present chest.
Well, that's where the story.
Establish
that's where the story
dominance.
was going, because I did turn into a pitch once.
What, like Happy Gilmore style?
I turned towards because I had an open stance when I played baseball, so I accidentally opened up and turned towards the pitcher. Ipso facto, hit me in a spot that
oh no, in the badingi?
Not so good.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In the badingi. Whoa.
Yeah. So that was
man.
That was
Were you cupped up?
I was cupped up.
Okay.
Didn't matter.
Oh.
Didn't matter much.
You wear a cup in baseball?
Yeah,
Yes.
I did not know that.
It's specifically because there is a
I'm pretty sure cups were invented for baseball.
yeah, it's a very dense ball.
I'm not sure you wear them for anything else.
That's true.
You don't wear them in football. You don't wear them in basketball.
You don't wear a cup in football?
I think some people do, but most of them don't.
No.
I would. All right. Yeah, I mean, it's
So
got to
we're
be the
taking the
layup
charge.
here.
We're taking
Well,
the charge.
yeah, but I mean, if it's the tackle, I presume like if it's a
You're
tackle,
padded up.
You're padded up, and you're not just standing there.
Yeah, but you're concussed.
But you get to actually try and protect yourself from the tackle. This isn't just stand there like a dummy and get smashed. Where
I imagine it's catching you by surprise.
But well, no, because you're on
you're running
offense,
the football.
but you have the ball. So you know that people are trying to tackle you. If you're
You
taking
won't have
a
it for
charge,
long.
if you're taking a charge, you are standing there, turning your head and just accepting it. So I'm not exactly sure that taking the charge is the right thing to do.
I'm pretty confident in that, but Andy brings up a good question, a little rabbit hole here. If you had the ball and you had a Ray Lewis tackle you in his prime, do you think you could successfully be tackled without fumbling the ball? I mean, that's a talent for at this point is to be tackled.
I think so, because I would have a really firm grip in the fetal position.
Oh, man, my arms would be flying through the air as I do my backflip. So that ball's 20 yards away, yeah.
All right, would you rather have a leap year birthday or a Christmas birthday?
Ooh, stay young.
This is simple. This is
simple to the point where I don't know what your answer is.
Oh, look, I have my wife's birthday is very near Christmas. 2 of my children's birthdays are very near Christmas.
My wife's as well, so I know where you're going.
I promise you don't want to have a Christmas birthday because your birthday just is absorbed by Christmas. And it affects your present count because people are like, oh, well, I'll just give you a little bit of you get like 1.5 presents. You don't get 2. You get a slightly bigger one.
Listen, Mike, I don't think you know what you're saying because I know you. And if you're a leap year birthday, you're the center of attention. It's a talking point for the rest of your life. Oh, that's the guy with the leap year. If you're Christmas, you blend in. You don't even get a party, Mike. Don't you want to just blend in?
No, Mike, you couldn't have a legal libation until you were 84 years old.
That the downside of the leap year birthday is the hilarity of the jokes. Oh, you're only 2 years old, which is it's not funny.
You would say that to an 8-year-old, Mike?
I don't know. I just threw out a round
number. You'd be tempted to.
But I'm telling you, the people who have the Christmas birthdays, they do not like it.
No, of course not. I mean,
no, it's awful.
We had a friend, have a friend, Nick Vance. His birthday is on Christmas, and that's you don't have a birthday. You know, it's irrelevant. I couldn't do that. I would have to be on a leap year. And honestly, I feel like if you were born on a leap year, it's actually a positive, not a negative. That's like a really cool novelty thing. Like I like novelty things in life. Like, oh, I got a birthmark that looks like Hawaii. Check this out,
It's on his 3 wishes from a genie.
That was your comp?
I mean,
your birthday?
Yeah, it's just like something that doesn't matter. That's like a neat little party trick.
I don't think. I mean, my grandfather had a Christmas birthday, and everybody had to really make an effort to give him the attention he deserved.
Was your grandfather delightful, happy-go-lucky man, or was he
grumpsky?
Mm.
And it could have been could have all been because of that.
Yeah, he needed some birthday presents.
Growing up, his birthday did not get the attention it needed.
Never got birthday presents. They just took the Christmas presents, set it to the side, wrapped it in a different wrapping paper. That's all that happened.
Justin from Twitter, would you rather have the Simpsons or the Griffins as neighbors?
Okay, now the Simpsons from The Simpsons, Griffins from Family Guy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's I know this is another easy question. I thought these were supposed to be difficult. You got to go with The Simpsons. I know it's chaotic in Springfield, but Family Guy and the Griffins, that's a different type of cartoon where they are frequently destroying things because it's a cartoon and everything comes back. But The Simpsons has a little bit more realism where the Griffins will go full cartoon.
A little bit of heart.
But there's some heart sometimes in Family Guy, but they're more they'll blow up the house type of situation or your house.
Yeah, but what if this meant that you were, in fact, Ned Flanders? I mean, at that point, would you rather be Ned Flanders living next to the Simpsons, or would you just take your chances with destruction and mayhem from Family Guy?
Nopally-dopally.
Yeah, look, you're annoying. You're super annoying, but I don't know if you guys have caught The Simpsons where Ned Flanders will go shirtless.
Oh, he does have.
He's ripped?
He is shredded.
I'm Googling.
He's stupid, sexy Flanders.
Googly Google. Ned Flanders. Shirtless. Nobody checked the Google history here.
Turn the safe search on.
Yeah. Oh, man.
He's super buff.
He's super buff.
Now, okay.
I would like to be Ned Flanders. I mean, I would much rather, if this is a would you rather be annoying with a shredded body or like
Okay,
a
yeah,
normal
let's
person
change it.
with my body? I'm taking the shredded annoying guy.
Hi diddly do.
Oh man, he's jacked up.
He's ripped. Yeah. You now
Good for you, Ned.
you should cut that out. Put it on the mirror. That'll be your.
That's my motivation.
Your
Yeah.
body goals, Ned.
I can't grow a mustache like that.
It's a sweet mustache.
All right, let's move on.
That's a great question.
Justin from Patreon has this question: what level of importance does a person have to be considered assassinated instead of murdered?
Whoa.
Okay.
That fits here. That's a great question.
It is. That's a very difficult question.
Oh, but I mean, that's what we tackle here. We
Yeah.
come up with answers to difficult
All
questions like this.
assassinations are murders. Not all murders are assassinations.
Right. So
Yes.
where is the line? How important? I mean, it's clearly on the level of importance, right?
Wrong.
You don't think
Oh.
so?
Yeah, I actually have a different take. I think it has to do with the who's doing the murdering.
Yeah. How many names do they have?
Oh, they got to have the three.
Three.
We
Gotta
know
have
that.
three names.
Well, I think it has to come from. Yeah, I guess a single person can assassinate, right? It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be a government that assassinates. I often think a government goes and assassinates
yeah?
somebody.
Well, or you might be under like a government or a group.
But
Sure.
it could be in either direction, right? If you're from the government, obviously, if you're a president, you are assassinated. You've never.
Yes.
Now, or is it? I think we're getting more to the real meat of it. Is it a murder is like vindictive? You know what I mean? Like it's whereas an assassination is
It's for the group.
it's for the others. It's like
It's
it's for the people. You think you're doing something
This isn't for me.
right? Exactly.
Just doing a murder. No big deal.
Well, because you're an assassin. This isn't like your motivation.
Whoa.
Isn't
Do you have
like,
to be an assassin to do an assassination? I don't think so.
Oh.
Do you have? Well, I
No.
mean, you certainly become an assassin.
Is that part of the creed?
You. There's no way that you can do an assassination successfully. Like you completed your assassination, and you're not an assassin. Because at that point, if you're not an assassin, there's no way this is an assassination.
Can you do an accidental assassination? That's not possible.
No.
No, I don't think that's
Mr.
possible.
Magoo?
No,
Just
Inspector
you
Gadget.
took out JFK. We finally found out this dude slipped on the grassy knoll, and this little rifle went off. What an assassin!
I don't know the answer to this question.
It's definitely a matter of importance. I mean,
Okay.
it's certainly a matter.
So
of
you're
importance.
saying an average Joe can't be assassinated?
That's right.
Okay.
You couldn't
So
be
it's-
assassinated. I could be assassinated.
That's
Oh,
where I was going to go
great.
next.
Right.
Have you reached
How many
that?
things have you built?
Oof. Let me show you inside. I will show you all of the things I have built.
So do you have to work for? You have to be important,
You have
but
to
you
be
don't have to necessarily like Dr. Martin Luther King.
Yeah, it's been
He was
politically-
assassinated. He was
politically
not
motivated.
He was not though a part of the government.
No, but he
So
was a
therefore,
leader of
you-
the civil rights movement.
Right.
Yeah. You can't be a celebrity.
How many
Celebrities
follow?
are
Is it? Do you do it by followers? Now, I mean, is that how it would
It's
be
just your
judged?
social media.
I think
If
that's.
you have over 1 million,
I don't think they could do that just because there's so many, really famous assassinations, and they can't go back and be like, well,
If
sorry,
Paris
Lincoln
Hilton-
wasn't assassinated because he didn't have any social media presence.
well, now
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, they want to keep these things consistent over time. This is for the
what if it
history
was the
books.
president of an HOA?
That
Is
dude,
that important enough?
Look, he's certainly getting assassinated. I mean, you want to cycle off if you're the president of an HOA before
Term
the assassination
Term limits.
comes along because they're the worst.
So importance, but I think that's the question: is how important?
I think it is importance within a group. You have to be part of some kind of group, whether it's political,
what about Papa John?
social.
Like if you run a company, can you get assassinated if you're the head of a company?
I don't think
No.
so. Not
No.
unless your company's like some high tech.
Okay, what about
military
Bono?
operation?
What about Bono? You're the leader of a band.
No.
Can't be assassinated.
Well, he's like the leader of like Smug, though.
What if Arnold Schwarzenegger was killed?
No.
And he had a governor.
But he was a governor.
when he was a governor. That's why I brought him up.
If he was killed whilst being governing,
Whilst
then he's assassinated.
Okay.
Elon Musk.
No, he'll.
Well, we are. Look, the Tesla community, we're kind of cultish.
Could he be the
So, maybe.
first space assassination?
Oh, maybe.
If there was, if there is a first space say that 3 times fast, space assassination, space assassination,
That's a space nation.
judicial system. That's a tough one.
Samsonite.
I was way off. Yeah, it'll be.
This is the best question we've ever had.
So to conclude,
I just keep bringing up names, trying to figure out if they're assassinations.
To conclude, you have to be super important and part of a group of people that think that something matters. That's it.
Including government.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that qualifies.
Shannon from Patreon with a great question. On a previous episode, you had the opportunity to speak a new law into existence. In contrast to that, if you had the power to abolish an existing law, what would it be?
Oh man, what? I got mine.
I have mine.
I'll go first since
All right,
I
you
said
guys
I had
go.
mine first.
You guys go.
The speed limit is gone on the freeways.
Oh.
We're not talking. Look, we're in residential areas. That's we're by a
let's
school.
disclaim it now after you go, the speed limit is gone.
Yeah, I'm just saying the Autobahn. The Autobahn
I'll be
works.
super safe.
I just set a new record in that school zone.
I got it to 120 miles an hour. No. Look, I think that highway speed limits are stupid. I do. I think that it's
Okay.
I think
NHTSA disagrees with you, but
well,
all right.
Of course they disagree. There's a law about it. That I'm here exercising my right to revoke a law according to Patreon member Shannon. And she says I have the right. But I believe, and I'm not going to look this up or research it, okay? I believe this, so take it as fact. That the Autobahn is actually really safe. And that's like a freeway that doesn't have a speed limit cap.
There's
I
some
think
problems
it's safe.
with
I don't
that
know.
contention. One, physics. Faster you go, the more damage is
Yes.
done when an accident happens.
Certainly.
Two, I don't think the Autobahn was experimented as an American transition to an infinite speed limit. That transition period is going to be tough. We'll have to use lanes better. If you're slower, you better get over. Because if you're in the Autobahn and you're flying at 120, that's just...
I can't fathom people actually like that. It really happens. I mean, I know we hear tale of
it
over
happens.
here. Like everyone's like, oh, there's a freeway where there's no speed limit. How awesome is that? Is it really that awesome?
Well, and
It's faster.
It's certainly faster. And this says the Autobahn, 22 people died per 1,000 injury crashes, a rate lower than the 29 deaths per 1,000 injury crashes on conventional rural roads. So it's actually safer
Than a rural road.
But I
though.
think that's true right now. Like the freeways are safer than a rural road today without unlimited speed limits too.
Yeah, so let's leave it there and take
My-
those highway speed signs off.
I want to completely abolish all tax law.
Oh man,
And
I should have gone
not
with that.
That is not to say I don't want to pay taxes. But what I want is this is a ridiculous universe we live in America. Send me a bill. You know all the information, right? Because if I report I report to you,
yes,
I have to go through all these lengths of hiring all these companies that lobby the government to keep their jobs and keep the tax
all
code.
the loopholes.
And guess what? When I send you my information that I've worked on and paid for, you tell me if I'm right or not, and then you bill me anyway.
How much do I owe you? Why don't you tell us how
Yeah.
much you owe me?
Just send me a bill, baby.
Now here's the best part about this.
H&R Block is blocking that.
We have carte blanche to remove a law. I stupidly did not do taxes. Andy was like, "Oh, dude, I'm repealing the taxes," and then he's like, "No, I'm not repealing taxes. Just the CPAs. I just want to get right to paying the taxes."
Can't crumble the system.
Dude, 10% across the board.
Okay.
System's done. Boom.
No, that's fine.
I love it.
We don't have a simple system because we didn't have a simple system. And when you didn't have something, a whole industry was created. I'm getting practical.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Mike.
I don't have one.
Mike loves every law.
Yeah, look, it's clearly everything's going
you're gonna
great.
you're gonna try to get rid of DUIs again.
look, I've been saying it my entire life.
If I can walk drunk, all right, kids, that's not a good one to
Yeah.
get rid of. You don't have one though. Okay, we'll move on. Al Borland, do you have one that you're just ready to get rid of?
No.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, see, it's not so. I'm not over here thinking about
Mike
taxes
is
all
like
the
all
time.
the laws are perfect.
Yeah, we're
Why can't I piss in my front yard?
yeah. Hey, Good question.
There you
Good
go,
question.
right?
Malcolm from the website. If you could switch the sounds of any two animals, which would you choose?
Oh, man.
Well, you got to go to extremes here,
Yes.
clearly. You
Yeah,
have to find the animal that has the most interest. What's the most? An elephant.
Okay,
Where do we put the elephant
That's
on?
where I was gonna go. I'm giving the elephant. I'm giving it to a hamster.
Okay.
And
man.
that little hamster's gonna be running in the wheel at night, and then
Now, I can't help but picture a hamster with a trunk now.
elephant trunk.
Like the trunk comes with it, right?
No, you don't get the trunk.
But how's the sound coming?
I don't know. You
All
figure
right.
it out.
That's not bad.
I mean, I've got mine for sure. I'm swapping out the sound of a dog, and this is crazy because I am a dog lover. I'm a cat hater, but I'm switching them. I'm switching the sounds they make because my dog barks too much.
Okay.
The doorbell rings or the pool. Oh man, if the pool guy is over, it's anarchy. I mean, he is protecting this home, and he knows someone is in the backyard that is not part of this family. And
So you don't like that your dog does his job?
No. I want him to do the job. I just want it to be meow, 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 meow. Because then I'm not going to be super annoyed by it. I'm barely going to hear it.
I've got mine.
right.
The whales. The
Ooh.
whale sound. The birds got it now.
Oh, they're everywhere.
They're just flying around with those moans.
I think you don't realize how often you hear birds chirping.
Well, I will now.
I don't think you realize how loud whales are.
But isn't that like a thing people fall asleep to, like whale
Yes,
sounds?
yeah, they're peaceful.
It's basically like we're gonna be out playing pickleball. It's just gonna be like it's gonna be like an air raid is going off around.
Well, and it's flip flop too, right? Because they said switch them, so now an elephant sounds like a hamster, which is nothing, I guess. And
that's the sound.
and then in the ocean, all the whales are tweeting.
oh,
Tweet.
it's not bad.
All right, one more. Henry from Patreon. What is the ideal time of day for a nap? Well, that seems easy.
Show me whenever.
Good answer.
Good answer. Ding, 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 ding. Is there a point where it's too early or
Yes.
too late? That's
Yes.
what I think is the problem.
There is a point where it's too early or too late. So, for instance,
12:30 to 2. Perfect time.
let's say I wake up at 6:30, and if it's 7:30 a.m., that's not a nap. I'm going back to bed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got up for an hour and I went back to bed. That's not a nap. So I think it's got to be after the breakfast hour.
Oh, nice. That's fine.
So
11 to 2.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I think 10:30 is when breakfast used to be over at McDonald's, and so that's, my barometer.
yeah.
It's also a good way to get a nap.
Absolutely, you have a nice McDonald's breakfast, and 10:30 hits. Oh, you're not served. Oh, I can't even stay awake. And then up till I can nap after dinner. So I don't know about. I don't know.
It's called sleeping.
Yeah,
You don't want to run the risk of the accidental nap conversion.
Man, that's the worst. You're talking.
You convert
about,
that over, you lost that time, and it's panic mode.
Yeah, when you lay down at 6:30
Oh,
at night
trouble.
for a nap, and then all of a sudden the worst case scenario is you end up with a good 2-hour nap, and it's 8:30, and you wake up and you're like, well,
If
it's tomorrow.
your nap cannot cross the threshold of sunset.
No.
Because if you wake up
Ooh,
and the
it's a
sun,
different-
if you wake
yeah.
up and the sun is down, you are hosed.
Yeah,
Your
it takes
body
2
won't
weeks
know
to
what's-
recover from that.
Yes, it does.
That's just called jet lag, right? That's
Yeah.
what jet lag is.
Yeah, you
Nap lag.
The level of disorientation that will happen when you wake up then.
What year is it?
Where am I?
I've done that before where I took a nap, woke up when it was dark, but then the kids were still awake and I had to put them to bed. It was like, what? Yes. I mean, it's really like, what year is this?
Starts
Who's
eating
the president?
Starts eating cereal.
Yeah, I'm just so thrown off from existence.
Tries to pick up the McDonald's breakfast. Doesn't know what's going on. All right, it's time to draft.
The Spitballers Draft.
All right, another sophisticated draft coming your way. We are picking things that we'd like to throw off of a high-rise building.
I've been waiting all show.
To
Oh,
break
man.
them out?
No, I've been sitting on Jason's intro and just absolutely thrilled
Anticipation.
with the first pick here.
Okay, all right.
Clearly,
Well,
Jason has some interests.
Yeah, I mean, look, I wasn't expecting for this to be the one-on-one, but this is one of, if not the worst draft to have the one-on-one, because I don't think there's like a thing that's like, oh man, I gotta throw this.
I don't know. I got some good stuff over here.
Exactly, you got good stuff. You don't have a good one.
I have a clear 101.
You do.
Yeah.
What is it?
I'll draft it.
Oh, okay, all right.
Nice one.
Yeah, I mean, look.
No Andy Holloway over here.
I asked Andy this the other day. He came up with this idea for the draft, and I was like, ooh, would this be allowed? Because it says throw off the top, and it wouldn't be fun if that's what I'm doing. But I'm taking a whiz off the top of this building. That's my 101. I mean, you're on a super tall building.
You're throwing a whiz?
I'm throwing a whiz. I'm throwing a whiz down the side of this building. Because it's like, where else is it?
There is no way. How far down that building? Let's Empire State Building. That's where we're at.
Sure, okay.
I mean, how far until it's just vapor and it doesn't hit the ground?
Why don't you find out? You go down there and you tell me what the results are.
We'll assemble your bail money and you go do that.
Is it illegal if it never hits the ground?
Sir, another law to repeal.
I mean, I imagine that. Am I stupid to think it just turns into?
If it doesn't drip, you must acquit.
Yeah. If it doesn't, if it can't form a puddle,
I would imagine it would hit the ground, right? Like rain hits the ground. It comes from taller than buildings. It doesn't just like, oh, it could never get to the ground. It's going to evaporate.
All right, so you have chosen to just throw off the whole draft.
Yes, I'm peeing off the top of the wall. Like,
all right, I'm going to throw something off a building. There are a number of things that I would love to see this. Mike reminded us that long ago, David Letterman had a thing. You know, people want to see this. This is like a YouTube thing.
It's fun.
So it's fun. The idea of seeing something fall for a long time and then explode or hit the ground.
What's it going to do?
What's it going to do?
What is it going to do?
And I guess I will go with, for my 101, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to go with a watermelon.
Oh, yeah. It's on my list.
It's on my list.
It's on my list.
It's the most practical thing, like in real life.
Yeah, if you said, hurry, get to that building, throw something off.
It would be a watermelon.
I could get a watermelon.
That's what I would pick. Because I would never.
That would be so satisfying to see.
I would never actually pee off a building. But
so you had the first pick.
Well, but I don't want to. A watermelon's boring. It's
Whoa, now.
I'm not. I mean, it's like I know what it's going to do. Drop it off.
It's going to be awesome.
It will be awesome.
What are you talking about?
All right. It was on my list. It was just low on my list.
I know what it's going to do, and it's going to be super cool.
Okay.
I
hope you pick a pumpkin.
Well, no, you could take pumpkin. All right. My 101 came to me.
Okay.
Like, come on. It's a good old-fashioned bowling ball, man.
Yeah.
You got to drop something that
has mass.
It's got mass. It's got weight to it. You know it's cutting right through the air.
Oh, yeah.
And that thing is just how far down into the ground
No.
and does
it bounce?
Does it split
look, in my research for this draft, which
you researched this?
Yeah, I mean, I
5
take
minutes
this job
before.
pretty serious. No, it's a good 4 or 5 hours. And in my heavy research for this draft, I did come across someone saying that they dropped a bowling ball off of a 5-story building and it bounced.
Okay, well that's 5 stories. We're much higher than 5.
Yeah, but how far does it take to get terminal velocity? Like you're going to end up.
I don't think we're going to hit that from the top of a building.
Okay, well then it's bouncing.
Hashtag not scientists. All right, so you're going bowling ball. That makes sense.
All right.
And he's out.
No. It's not a matter of being out. It's a matter of whatever. We're going back-to-back balls here.
Okay.
I'm dropping a super ball. A super bouncy ball.
Yeah.
That I want to – now that's going to bounce.
I hope.
And how high up does that thing actually get? What is the maximum?
I imagine that hits terminal velocity for it, right?
Maybe. But, like, when you spike those things into the ground, I mean, they
you want to see how many stories it goes up.
Yes. Has anyone ever done this?
Here's the thing.
Yes, I think they probably have.
It's going to be disappointing because here's what you want to have happen.
It comes all the way back to you.
Exactly. I want it to yo-yo. I want to drop this sucker down and be able to catch it in
like a dribble.
In about 15 seconds when it's back up. That'd be awesome.
I'm not expecting that because of science.
Right. Well, sure, if you want to get all science-y. Or physics says it won't happen. But my point is, I think it'll be disappointing because you'll be like, oh, man, I thought it would go higher.
Okay.
Well, there's
It's
only one way
There's
to
only
find
one way to
out.
find out.
All right, I'm going piano with my second pick.
Oh, it's on my list.
Because
Yep.
come on,
Yep.
who wouldn't want to see a piano fall for hundreds of stories and then explode?
No, certainly.
It's also very cartoony.
Yeah.
In fact,
There's a few cartoon ones in there, but
Yeah.
that's the number one for me.
when I was making my list, I wrote down watermelon because it's like, yeah, you throw a watermelon off a building, and then immediately I was like, well, if I'm throwing, like, this is a make-believe draft. If I'm throwing a watermelon off, I'm going to throw a piano off. That'd be way cooler. So great
So
pick.
you love all of our picks right now.
They are all on my list. Yes, they are all on my list.
All right.
You got two right now.
All right.
All you have is urine so far.
Up first, I'm going to throw hundreds of parachuting toy figures off. I'm throwing like a bag of the toy army parachuters because the people down below be like, oh my gosh, there's an invasion of
Okay.
little army men.
Now-
I'll totally make them think.
Okay. I didn't go with a bag of Super Balls because I figured that would be illegal.
Yeah, I was a parachuting army man.
But whatever, I'll
I
give
get
you
that.
your army.
But yeah, because it's an army.
So people are scared because they think there's an
Yeah.
actual invasion of toys.
Exactly.
That'll
I mean,
go
they're
well
gonna
with
be-
your first pick.
Look, they're protected. They're not getting peed on.
Yeah,
They have umbrellas.
That's true. They are for the acid rain.
You should throw them, then you pee.
Yes.
How acidic is your pee?
Very
Well, I'm just saying
acidic.
compared to rain.
A lot of asparagus
Is
today.
that not what acid rain was? I thought. I don't know.
All right.
All right.
All right, you
I've got one more pick.
Yeah.
And this one is pretty simple and obvious, guys. Because speaking of rain, I mean, I'm throwing tacos overboard.
Oh,
Because down at the bottom,
it's raining
and
tacos.
tacos from out of the sky, the tacos.
Just you up
Yeah,
singing,
just
singing
throwing
and flipping
tacos.
it
You're
up.
darn right. I got a Santa sack straight from
No need
Taco
to ask
Bell,
why.
and I'm singing the song up top one at a time. Just it's raining tacos, yeah.
3 picks from. I never in a million years did I expect those picks.
Crushing this draft.
Oh,
All right, my third pick. I'm going with a flaming car.
okay. I was trying to figure out how do I drop fire. I guess a flaming car.
I was trying to think of what I wanted on fire, but a
Yeah.
flame.
May I amend your pick because I'm not going to be able to
Perhaps.
pick this because you just put a car off, but I really wanted it to be I have a Prius on my list because I hate Priuses so much. Can we set
flaming Prius?
Will you be willing to amend your pick to be a
Sure,
flaming Prius?
sure.
Oh, awesome!
I'm willing
pick.
to go flaming Prius.
Awesome pick.
It'll make it easier to get it up there.
Yeah.
There's so little.
That's right. And man, that's a great pick because that's better than just my Prius. I would like to set it on fire first.
Yes. I wanted something burning on the way down, but I couldn't think of something that would stay on
I could-
fire. But I think that would.
Yeah, it definitely would.
Oh, those
And
things
then it
can-
would be really on
It
fire.
would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Now that's what I call a watermelon.
All right, Mike, you've got your final 2 picks. I know that you wanted tacos and parachuting army men.
Well, not the tacos, but the army men. I really was hoping it would come back. This
it would
one,
be kind of cool to watch them
it would.
fly down. But would it get
They never-
boring? Would it get boring about like one story down? You're just like, oh no, this is
Well,
going to be a feather.
Well, no, hold on. How successful has it been when you've thrown a parachuting army? Those things just close up.
That's what I was going to say. No one has ever actually had one of these things parachute, ever. You're just dropping army men. That's all that you're doing. It seems cool on paper, but I've never, ever been able to have a parachuting army man.
That's why you got to throw a bunch of them because one of them
Yeah,
maybe.
Look, we did it. That one's still up there, floating
They're
down.
just like 15 army men with no parachutes.
And then that one must be studied to figure out how it actually works.
Would it hurt to get hit by an army man from on top of the Empire State
Yes.
Building?
Yes, it
Yes,
would.
it definitely would.
Al, would that hurt?
A parachuting one?
No,
No.
just a regular one, like such a light
Yeah, it would hurt.
object.
Yeah,
Really?
It would definitely
What about
hurt.
okay, a tic tac? You throw a tic tac from the top of the.
Yeah, it would hurt.
Let me ask you this, Andy. If you were standing 4 or 5 feet away from me, and
I've been hit by hail though. Hail's was bigger than a tic tac.
If I
It doesn't
took,
hurt.
Well,
Am I right or am I
okay.
right?
I've been hit by hail that hurt
yeah,
real
I've
bad.
seen hail that dented a car.
Yes,
You're-
but I'm saying
But you're tougher than that.
I'm saying I've been hit by hail bigger than a tic tac and it didn't hurt.
Okay. Well, my point is, if I threw an army man at your face right now, it wouldn't be going as fast as falling off of a building, and I think it would hurt.
I think it
Okay.
would hurt too. All right, for my
I mean,
first,
I'd miss you, but
Can you throw faster than that velocity? I imagine
for
you
an
could.
Army man, I'm
this
not,
close
I'm not
to each
sure.
other, I'm guessing you can throw faster than if you dropped it from a helicopter.
one way to find out.
All right, there are some people with knowledge out there that are yelling at this show
That's fine,
today.
and we'll never hear you.
So
keep
it's a
yelling.
one-way conversation.
So this is back to this is like a cool factor of I want to see what happens.
Yes.
I want to test the limits. This pick is not just let's drop something cool off of a building or throw because it's throwing. I want to throw a frisbee off of the off of the Empire State Building. I want to see how far would that thing actually go. Could that go
A mile?
a half a mile
A
to
half
a
a
mile?
mile?
I have no idea.
How good are you?
Yeah, it really depends
Well,
on you.
I'm gonna practice, fellas.
Okay.
I'm not going up there cold with no frisbee skills.
Right, that
Gotta
makes
prepare
sense.
for that.
Yeah, that's a few weeks. That's the max you can practice with a frisbee, right? 3 weeks.
Mike, you want to come out to the party? Wish I could.
I've got a big event coming
I'm
up.
working on something really big.
So you're throwing a frisbee.
Yeah.
You got one more,
I have one. Oh man.
and this is real. I mean, it's your last chance. The security's trying to take you off the roof,
Okay.
and you're like, wait, one more thing.
All
I
right.
got to throw one more thing.
And they say, well, that depends. What is it?
Yes.
And you say,
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were going to say something. Because Al Borland is saying a seasoned disc golfer can throw it 400 feet or meters?
Feet.
Feet. Okay, so 400 feet on flat ground. You could whiz that thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Final pick.
My final pick.
He started with Wiz.
Yeah, you can't
can
steal it.
Can't steal it.
Well, my final pick. Oh, it's so stupid.
I love it. I love it.
Sounds about right.
It's whatever.
I'm throwing tacos up.
Yeah, well, okay, that's fair. Now I feel a little bit better about the pick because it's just ceremonial in nature. When it's been overused, the saying when you hit someone with like a good statement or it's something has closed, you drop the microphone.
Oh,
So I am doing literally
Yeah.
the biggest mic drop.
Oh, that means you need a one-liner right before.
Oh
right?
yeah, I would have to come up with something really
I'll practice. You'll practice for a few weeks.
Sorry, can't come out tonight.
good. I'm journaling tonight.
You don't get to pick that mic back up, so you better
Oh,
have
no.
that has to kill.
Yeah. And the stand's probably going with it at that point. You're so good. The whole thing's over.
All right, so you're dropping the mic.
I am
That's
literally
funny.
dropping the mic.
I like
All right, right before the show when we knew we were doing this, I started thinking of some things. And look, I'm not proud of this one.
Oh, I've got one that I'm not proud of.
I'm not
either.
proud of it. I'm tempted not to say it,
it.
but
Well,
I have
I'm gonna,
to.
It's going to be hilarious if it's the same one.
I have to say it because, unfortunately, look, maybe I don't.
Oh,
But,
come on. Let's go.
A hippopotamus.
Yes. Oh, man.
I'm ashamed,
You are a bad person.
but I want to see
But what's
it.
going to happen?
So in this scenario, this is a bad hippopotamus, guys.
Oh, evil hippopotamus.
This is killed.
The hippopotamus murdered.
This is killed. Assassinated.
Oh, assassinated lots of politicians.
This is like when the animal killed some people and they have to put it down, but this is the way they choose.
That's right. This is the humane way.
You're not a little bit fascinated about what a hippopotamus would look like?
Oh,
flying?
man. Now, if you compare that for a watermelon and this is why watermelon, I was making fun of the pick, because this is just a better watermelon.
I knew hippopotamus would sneak into the last
Yeah,
round.
it wasn't on my list. It wasn't there. Oh, man. That is brutal.
I'm sorry, hippo.
Also, why couldn't it just be a hippo that already died? Why
Yeah, I
why
guess
did we
that would have
launch
been
it-
even more humane.
Why did we launch into a backstory?
Because I feel like a little bit of the reaction while it's falling is part of the allure.
Right, yeah. I mean, it's got a point. You want to see what sound a hippopotamus makes?
Toss it off a
Toss
building.
it off a building. That's what Mom always said. Oh, goodness.
Oh no!
Oh, I had to go with it. Didn't want you to steal it.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, had I thought of it, wow.
That's a poll winner.
That is a poll winner
Oh,
indeed.
time to. Oh, this would have been great for you to drop the mic right here. It's your final pick.
Splat. All right. So, what I was thinking of taking. So, Al Borland and I. Here's a little.
You're throwing Al Borland on?
Oh yeah. Well, if he can do a hippo, I can do a man. Al Borland, you walk the plank. No. I was telling a story here.
Al and the hippo at the same time.
Yeah.
Who hits first?
Oh,
Ooh.
good question. Al.
He better hope it's the hippo.
Um,
Oh no!
I'm pretty sure science says they both hit at the same
He's
time.
pushing him down mid-fall.
No,
All right.
they don't hit at the same time. Science does not say that.
Yeah?
No, it doesn't.
Agree to
Does
disagree.
does a feather hit at the same time as a bowling ball?
What
A
if
feather
it
has
was-
air resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what if-
so does Al.
He cuts through.
Or is he going like this?
He's very aerodynamic.
He's going straight down as fast as he can.
the anime run.
He's competitive. He'd want to beat the hippo. Okay,
Yeah.
I get. You're not getting there first.
I will not die a loser.
I might not win the race against Brooks on the beach, but I will win there.
Oh. Okay, you've got a final pick, but it's not going to beat Al.
No. Yeah. Woof. So no. What I was saying was that Al Borland and I have, whenever his family comes over, and we're playing cards, having dinner, or whatever, we have found that there are these little foam airplanes from Amazon that are unbelievably cool. They are.
They throw them around all the time.
We just play catch like you're playing catch with a football, and we'll just throw this airplane forever.
So you want to throw a paper airplane off?
But I was gonna do that, but I feel like the frisbee
Is way cooler? Yeah.
is just too similar. I mean, trust me, if you've thrown this paper airplane or this foam airplane,
It does loops.
no, I think I've got to stick to my heart here.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm throwing sweet potatoes off this building.
Oh, there we go.
For the people.
There we go.
For
Yes.
the people.
All of them.
Symbolic.
If I could get all sweet potatoes in the world, I would.
So
And I
you
would-
just to be clear, let me just sum this up for the
so
people.
read the poll winner here.
He has the classic. I mean, you had the first pick, so
Right.
obviously dominating lineup here.
Absolutely.
You've got urine,
Urine.
parachuting army men,
A lot of them. Yep.
tacos,
It's raining tacos.
and sweet potatoes.
And sweet potatoes for yep.
so the tacos are a gift. The sweet potatoes are a punishment.
That's right. That's
So
right.
those people that catch the tacos, sweet potatoes aren't dessert.
No, goodness no. The sweet potatoes are what I throw at midnight when nobody can be
Oh, okay.
around to
They
see.
find them afterwards.
That's right. And then they're not going to eat that off the ground.
Mike has a bowling ball, a super bouncy ball, a frisbee, and then he's dropping the mic with the microphone.
I like it.
I've got a watermelon, a piano, a flaming Prius, and a hippopotamus.
I love it.
Oh, boy.
What did we learn today?
I learned that Mike loves all law. And
Yes,
he
upstanding.
thinks
And
that every law is perfect in the good old U.S. of A.
I learned that I have a mixed understanding of terminal velocity.
I don't think I learned anything today, fellas.
Okay.
I've learned that Andy is a masochist,
Uh,
a sadist. Which one is it?
A curious man. A curious man, indeed. That'll do it for today's Spitballers podcast. Thank you for tuning in, listening, laughing with us, and send us your questions, spitballerspod.com.
See you next time. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out spitballerspod.com.